Alright, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. The mic is on today. I won't be making that mistake again. There is nothing going on in my life, so let's just get it started, eh? Like, literally nothing going on. I'm getting messages from all around the world, people partying, a dude traveling around in a fucking bus, someone in Mexico on a fucking super yacht, and people in Ireland, which makes me feel a little bit better. But there is literally nothing I can update you on. I'm reading a book, that's it. I'm reading a book that's making me want to drink and do heroin. It's the Aussiest book I've read in a long time. It's called Boy Swallows Universe. I am enjoying that. It's a little bit of escapism. If you've never been to Australia or you don't know anything about Australia and you want to get a little bit of a feel for it, read that book. I don't even know what it's about yet, but I'm enjoying it. There was a passage in there talking about the inherent misery of Australian people. How it all looks amazing, sunshine, lollipops, beer, Skittles. But in the background, there's an aching, unshakable misery. I was like, I'm going to read the rest of this book. This is a bit of me. But the author was saying that misery stems from having a great childhood, from the amazing adventures you had in your childhood. So as you grow older, you can never really compete with your childhood. So there's just a misery that follows you for the rest of your life. I don't agree with any of that shit. I just agree with the inherent misery. That if you pierce the facade of most Australians and go poking around, you're going to see a deep, unshakable misery. I like that. I think it's very Irish-like. Except we smile more and we have tans. But besides that, very fucking similar. Anyway, that's not what we're here for today, are we? We are here on a Monday night for a segment that has become popular not just with the youth, but also with the elderly, not just with the drunkards, but also with the sober. It's a little segment I like to call Hypothetical Mondays. A silicon chip inside a head is switched to overload. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like Mondays. Tell me why. I've been doing a lot of singing lately on this podcast. Maybe I'll cut it back. Or maybe I'll ramp it up. I don't know. So this week I did receive a hypothetical, and I'm going to have to say it's my favorite hypothetical I've received so far. It was sent in by big fucking Ben Scott out there in fucking Ireland. Big Benny Scott sent in a couple of hypotheticals, but this one is fucking class in and out. Thank you for sending it in. Thank you for propping up Hypothetical Mondays for at least 8 of the 19 weeks. Okay, here it is. This week's hypothetical. You were born a woman. Everything else is the same. Talk us through your life to this point. Well, for starters, I've had a lot of issues with yeast infections. It's been a big problem since the age of about 13. A lot of trips to the doctors, a lot of ointments, a lot of creams. Fuck, if I was a woman, where would I be? I'd probably be about 8 abortions deep. Would I have gone down the whore path? I don't know if I would have slutted it up that hard, because I would have been smoking hot. You have to admit that. I would have been smoking fucking hot. Or would I have just been me with long hair? Imagine that. That's fucking gross. Hey, handsome, you want a bit of puss? How about taking this to lunch? I think it would have been hard to fuck me if I was a girl. Although I would have been an alcoholic as well. Once you're boozing, all bets are off, aren't they? Fucking come one, come all. What am I talking about? If I was boozing and I was a chick, I would have just fucking slept with everyone in the world. Then I'd be fucking dealing with other issues. I would never have fucking worked. I can tell you that right now. I'd be on my 3rd husband now. The other 2 multi-millionaires went missing in mysterious circumstances. And I used the money I inherited from the tragic disappearances of my first 2 husbands to buy a fucking tiger farm. I'd be that bitch. I'd be Carol fucking Gaynor or whatever her name is. From Tiger King. No one gives a fuck about that show anymore. What am I talking about? Fuck, it's real hard to know where your life would have gone. Some of the situations I got myself in and out of definitely wouldn't have been good situations to be in if I was female Boyle. Alright, let's take a linear approach to this. We'll start at 16 and we'll go to my present time and see what I would have done if I was a girl. Alright, at 16, I'd received a few hand jobs made love a couple of times. I was pretty much failing high school. I'd been kicked out of one high school. I was teetering on the edge of alcoholism at 16, and I was a complete fucking moron. So what would I be doing if I was a chick? I would have fucked most of my teachers at school. I'd be using that to blackmail them into giving me straight A's and full attendance even though I'm not turning up, so I can spend a little bit more time drinking. So I would have still been an alcoholic for sure. All right, let's take it from sweet 16 to 21. What was I doing at 21? I was failing university. I was a full-blown alcoholic. I had no hopes, no dreams, no idea what I was doing. I was just living in the moment like Buddha. As a female, what would I have done? Well, I would have been in the best university. I would have my degree by now because I would have used the same tactics I used on my high school teachers, on the university lecturers. Used blackmail again to get me ahead. And with all the free time from not studying and not working, I would be drinking. The alcoholism runs deep, male or female. I think when we reach about 27, both of us, male me and female me, that's when we start crossing paths. I realized I'm a fucking loser. Well, I actually realized that a little bit earlier than 27, but let's just say it was 27. I realized I'm a fucking loser and I have no skills. I have nothing to offer the world. I'm a fucking alcoholic. I'm not working. I am a loser with a capital L. And female me at 27, who has just used sexual blackmail and good looks her whole life to get ahead, realizes that she has no fucking skills either. She's been conning everyone and herself up until this point, and she's a fucking chronic alcoholic. I reckon from about that age, we follow the same kind of path. Except the female version of me would be much, much, much more successful. All the females in the Boyle bloodline are successful. They're all high-achieving, like semi-geniuses. My auntie was a doctor. My other auntie was a barrister. My cousin's like a fucking architect or something like that. My other cousin's a psychologist. I'm distantly related to Lauren Boyle, who won the silver medal for New Zealand in the swimming. And all the Boyle males, right down to the very last one of them, is a fucking deadbeat. I think that's how it plays out. Female me really uses my sexuality and my hotness to get ahead. But then I realize that's no way to live a life. And also around that age, 27, I start getting real bad yeast infections. Like every fucking day. Fucking stained underwear, ointments. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't use my puss for power anymore. It was over. Alright, that is me done for another hypothetical this week. Thanks for sending it in. Big better Scotto. So if you're enjoying the podcast, share it with your friends, and I'll see you the fuck later.